sitting down over there.
The member for Capricornia.
My question is to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Agriculture, Water Resources in Northern Australia. Will the Deputy Prime Minister update the House on how the government's energy policy will guarantee an affordable and reliable energy supply for hard-working Australian families and businesses across the country, including in my electorate of Capricornia? How does this compare to alternative approaches?
You got that?
I do have to say, having heard all of that question, that is very line ball, very, very line ball. I will rule it in order on the basis that it talked about businesses, and the Deputy Prime Minister is responsible certainly for agricultural businesses. But I do say to the member, it is very important that questions relate to ministerial responsibilities. I will hear the Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, Mr Speaker, I thank the honourable member for a question, and of course, mineral resources have a lot of business in the seat of Capricornia. Mineral resources are very important for the seat of Capricornia, and what we also note is that, first of all, we do have a policy to make sure that in the members' electorate that we keep coal-fired power going, that we keep people in those jobs. It's vitally important that we keep the people, over 1,500 people in the Gippsland still employed. We want to keep them employed. We want to make sure that in your electorate and the members' electorate that we have over 700 people employed in coal-fired power. In the Hunter Valley, and I'm sure the member for the Hunter Valley would be interested in this, over 600 people, 650 people. In Patterson and Charlton, Shortland, Newcastle, there's over 600. In the Darling Downs, there's close to 600. In the seat of Forest, there's 460. All these blue-collar workers that we're trying to keep in a job. We're trying to keep blue-collar workers in a job. But of course, to keep them in the job, we have to keep baseload power going, because we want to make sure that people at Emu Park, at Depot Hill, in Allenstown, in Serena, in St Lawrence, in Nebo, that we keep these people in the Weatherboard 9 with affordable and reliable power, that we believe in the dignity of their lives, that they are able to get affordable, reliable power. But you asked for alternative policies, and one of the greatest alternative policies, of course, comes from the left-wing organisation, vastly left-wing organisation, supported by the Australian Labor Party, called GetUp. $100,000 went to GetUp.
I'm just trying to listen to the Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
Speaker, in terms of direct relevance, the Deputy Prime Minister is now responding to that part of the question that allegedly referred to alternative policies. That part of the question I don't think was read out loud.
It was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. The Deputy Prime Minister has the call.
Well,
the words were, how does it compare to other approaches? So it wasn't. Yeah.
Any port in a storm and you're under trouble, Mr Speaker. But we can see no more coal. This is what GetUp says. No more coal, no more excuses.
Members on my
and
left.
It's good to see that they're clapping GetUp. It's good to see that they stand behind GetUp, because GetUp believes in no more coal, no more excuses. So is this now the policy? No more coal, no more excuses. Is that now the policy for the member for Hunter? Is that now the policy for the member for Hunter? No more coal, no more excuses. Is that now the policy for the member for Shortland? No more coal, no more excuses. Is that now the policy for the member for Charlton? Is that the policy for the member for Patterson? It's about time that people understand that the member for Maribyrnong has turned his back on blue-collar workers. He's turned his back on blue-collar workers. He's chuckling away there, thinking about them losing their jobs. He's laughing about them losing his jobs. He thinks blue-collar workers are politically incorrect, and he sits back there in an arrogant fashion, turning his back on blue-collar workers. And the AWU, that used to stand up for coal workers, used to stand up for shearers, now stands up for GetUp. They now stand for GetUp. They've given up on Burke, and they're now residing in Balmain. They've given up in the Hunter Valley, and they've given up on your
Deputy
workers
Prime
too, by the way.
Time has
member for
concluded. The member for Gorton.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister.